好，欢迎大家守护在野兽的直播间，我们继续来录一下一款新兴偷跑的新录新出的一款游戏，叫做《沉默之城》，这是一个来自克苏鲁的一款就是风格的一款游戏啊，大家稍等，它正在安装。都进去了还依然无效，我的天，疯了吧！沉默都市描绘了一个特殊人受到的社会虐待的时代。这是一个1920年美国东部的一个故事，沉默之城。游戏方法是什么？就是玩法，还有潜水、特殊能力、打枪、战斗、挂锁。来吧，我们开始。噔噔噔噔，游戏是最新偷跑的一款游戏啊，沉默之城。这应该是有点像寂静岭那种感觉啊，具体怎么样我们进去再看。这是噩梦吗？啊，看来他们都是海员、水手。上来这么刺激吗？我操！他们的船上天了，不对，水在天上。我靠，他这个东西，这个剧情，我觉得有点东西啊。来拿一下， 范伯德的信，亲爱的查理斯·里德，根据你的要求，左手发生了幻觉事件，你猜测可能是对的。在这里，症状就相当于他认为他这是幻觉。
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
冰冷的欢迎。等一下，我调一下啊。还是不灵敏，这样的话，如果说需要跑什么的，就会很不方便啊，这就好多了。刚才太慢了，这样的话大家也不会太晕。然后呢，我们就应该我看看房间里还有什么东西，好像什么都没了，我们就出来之后呢，和他交谈。
Take your belongings off my ship.
他这个估计是现实和幻觉之间的一个切换。
Take your belongings off my ship first.
搬下去 ，OK， 现在可以拿了。OK， 要摁住。当！我操，它这里边实心的。
Hope I never have to use it, but something tells me I will. Never trust a tourist advertisement. Never trust a tourist advertisement.
这个东西应该都拿全了吧？好，拿全了就来这儿了。它这游戏还是很贴心的。
Now get out.
你没拿东西，它不会让你走。攀爬。
At last, Mr. Charles Reed.
感谢阉割的礼盒，兄弟们有礼物的可以顶顶人气啊！毕竟首播，这款游戏也不菲啊，价值现在是560块钱，希望大家能够支持一下。
I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me your Highness. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour.
肯定不能打，现在没有出手这么一个选项。
Most important.
You said you know someone who can help me with my.
好了，兄弟们，实锤。这个游戏是偏向剧情的。
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke
我觉得它肯定有
Robert
RPG 的元素。
is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time.
我跟你说，兄弟们，收割播这样的游戏绝对手到擒来，大家点订阅不要错过。
I fear he has a more.
这肯定是80%剧情，20%战斗。
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
像这个游戏，我估计不会有什么解谜。
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without.
这个肯定是以剧情和它的幻觉为主，你放心，就让你像看电影一样非常魔幻。它应该没有太多的解谜，它会给你一些视觉冲击。你看我这个，你看到时候我看说的对不对？
Ah, I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any
感谢
recommendations?
死羞涩的礼盒，
I've already
哎，
fed
死
it.
羞涩的66粉丝票。
There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well,
你是一名私家侦探
I highlighted the police station, city archive,
哦，他会告
newspaper.
诉你地图上会有这些 police station 之类的啊。
This
啊
city
，police
is
station
insular.
police station 成
Its
PS4 了
ways。mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia.
Does Oakmont really have much of a market for...
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than
感谢兄弟们的订阅。
That's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No, no. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who
你
finds...
要找我之前，我一定先会找上你。一般这样说的都是那种大佬。地图，地图呢？哦，地图。现在我们是在这边，要去哪儿？冰冷的欢迎，咱们就往前走吧。我感觉他妈这个镇，兄弟们，咱们看一下，这个镇，我觉得压根儿可能主角就没去，就没来对地方。我感觉，真的，我感觉主角就没来对地方。他让我往右走。
I don't care about your petty excuses.
哇，
No one
这
leaves
这
the
毛发有点
house
东西
until
啊！
my son is found, and that is fine.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding
我跟你说，这个游
is kind
戏
of my specialty.
我猜对了吧？后面会很多对话啊
Albert，
80%是
expedition
是剧情，跟你说吧。
This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
还想咬
Don't
人，
believe him.
那不就是
Malarkey.
有点血
I
意的那
know
种感
my
觉，对不
Albert.
对？
I raised him
也可能他
strong
被这个
and
吸血鬼咬。
smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's
我感觉这个人
disappearance
就是个
is
猩猩。
Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
他说幻觉就是他 它是 dream， 它更像是梦啊。
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damn city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've
感谢
taken
树果
word
逢春的
from
粉丝
local
票。
fishermen. They stir and agitate against
对啊，
us.
买了560，今天看了是不是？所以大家
We are the
一定要看完啊！这么一个游戏，他们
mentioned
560
crime rates of
，PC 版才 PC 版
Simply
才
speaking, they
才
are a
170
big
啊，还是150？
stinking pile of trouble.
你想早3天晚3天播，你就得像寿哥一样花560。
I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's
希望
because
大家多
no
支持吧。
man measures up to the
做新游者游不容易啊，560啊。
Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
最贵的游戏700-800吧。
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find
有个
out.
屁钱啊！我
What
操！
makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just
钱都买
say
游戏了，
I
有个
tend
屁
to
钱
see！things that others
我要不给
miss.
大家播新游，
And
我
anyway,
贼富，我跟你说
what。have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera, you have a point, newcomer.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That
因为你
is,
提前
if
3天
you
玩
fit in. It is
就是
a
这个价格。
fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see.
今天中午给大家看的，
I need to know
这
more
个游戏
about what
是
happened to Albert.
Tane, did you not listen at all?
$125。
I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition,
今天中午给大家看
Albert
的，
was found on the shore in a lifeboat. These fishermen supposedly brought him to their house and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
尼尔街纪元800多，那是豪华版，
Something
你普通版也就
suspicious
300，好吧？
occurred inside the house. I suggest
这个游戏是
you
普通版，
stop
没有豪华
talking
版
and。go see for yourself.
Where's the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a
你
private
这么说的话，
eye. Was
生化危机
standing
豪华版
in front
3000多呢，对不对？
You mentioned a lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
OK，终于完事儿了，渔夫小屋，应该让我去找渔夫小屋吧？哎呀，地图上，渔夫小屋，我操，牛逼啊！渔夫小屋呢？医院。哦，这个地方是渔夫小屋，那就让我进去呗。
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
I've said everything I know.
"我操，这他妈我觉得这个小镇上的人，他们都是一些疯子。你看他们这像是他们正常人住的房子吗？啊，渔夫小屋，我操！觉得像吗？你渔夫家都这样的，黑作坊。
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like
Let's see what
this.
you find, newcomer.
我现在在调查这个案件，渔夫小屋里终究发生了什么事情？
There was a fierce
半
fight
夜母猪
here,
惨叫
but
是否
someone
和
tried
霸道
to
有关？
flee. Hello?
开始问一下，开始盘问了
Can。you hear me?
Oh, my head. What?
you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
欢迎麦当劳
I
老
want to
丧
know what
尸啊！
happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis. We were here. This is our house. Barry was outside on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and... Okay. My head began to burst. And he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing. Just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me...
That sounds familiar. Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will. Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was at or starve.
Where are all the other
然后
guys?
各种的问，各种的看。
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything.
我不是在上
No
海，
idea what
对，
Lewis or
这个游
Throgmorton's
戏
son
是
got
还没有发售啊，提前给大家看
Starting
一
to
下。
suspect the worst.
保罗，章鱼保罗吗？
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know.
已经躺在那儿
Pulled
了。
myself together. He was already gone. Kay have mercy on his
我
soul.
估计肯定和那个幻觉有关。
Who is this K you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. Kay is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know. I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or Kay? Did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here.
大家
I
看到
suggest you just try and get some rest.
主角胸前的这个东西了吗？胸前的这个灯啊，我跟你说，标准的核能胸前手电和寂静岭同款。
Choo choo.
报纸，他们住的这个房间，要是我在这儿，我立马搬家。这里，这就是
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
围成了浆糊。我操！我操！我幻觉先来啦！ 我操，这什么东西啊？这就有点东西了啊！
Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work.
有点邪教的感觉。
Seems like prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. Seems like prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. So that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
侦探之眼，这没什么东西。我操，这是什么？我操，这是什么，兄弟们？
5 cards short of a full house.
我们要进去吗？我来了 ，I come in。
Take this, ape face.
哇，这样破案。哦，会看到一些，
Yeah, run!
然后就我们就看到了真相，就那个猩猩脸。
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
我一直还没弄明白。应该还没调查完啊。
This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
该拿的还是得拿。我要。
The book is damp and damaged, but
我
clearly
就在
well
想，
cared for.
这些海葵怎么找屋子里来呢？这屋子得多吵啊！这个衣服永远是湿的，我估计。冠军来了，欢迎冠军！兄弟们，把人气稍微顶一顶吧。
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
看来我们还没找完，然后我们再去楼下，猜测还要去楼下。这个游戏咱们不是个解谜游戏，而是个破案游戏，我操！然后再去哪儿呢，兄弟们？你们觉得？那就是还在2楼，1楼没有任何东西啊，还是在2楼。这里还有一个。
What's happening?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
What's happening?
这是第一幕，然后这里第2幕。
Take this, ape face.
然后这里是第3幕。
Yeah, run! Yeah, run!
就让你选，这是1、2、3，这是哪？这是1，这是2，哪是3？首先这是1。
What?
Yeah, run!
3，差不多吧，兄弟们。
Take this, ape face.
对吧？不对，那就这是1啊，
Yeah,
这是
run!
2，
Take this,
这是
ape
3，
face.
这样呢？
What's happening?
这也不对，那就这是1啊，这是2，
Yeah,
这是3，
run!
这对了吧？
Take this, ape face.
还不对。1、
Take this, ape face.
2、3，这是个破案游戏喽。
Yeah, run!
这 这个就是说这个地方肯定是3，是不是？
Take this, ape face.
从里到外，1、2、3。刚1、2、3弄了，刚第一个就是1、2、3，2、3，第一个就是1、2、3。
Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He had
哎，刚才我第一遍不就1、2、3吗？
hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
哟，线索已收集，收集之后呢，我们就去找那个人，下去找他，就是那个星星脸干的。
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
思维殿堂。哦，还要给他整这个东西，我操，这就是个破案的。艾伯特攻击了渔夫。 嗯，那就是不对。我操，这他妈这个烧脑游戏啊！完了，对呀、就和非常古老的那个侦探，这他妈根本不是恐怖游戏，那是破案游戏。 这叫什么？叫地狱战警？不对，叫什么来着？那个叫……完了，这个游戏他妈的脑子要炸了，我估计啊！这算是完事了吗 ？OK。这对了吧？哎，这样是对了。然后再弄，这不对了。哦，它这就和连连看似的，只要你对了，你就可以连着起来啊！只要你对了，你就可以连着起来。反而我感觉有点简单。最后一个怎么搞呢？就完了。这应该是完事了吧？嗯。
Seems like prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer.
I've said
And
everything I
keep your
know.
hands where I can see them.
现在该
I
去哪？
gave you clear
哇，
instructions, did I not?
难道东西还没找全？难道我的，应该说我的这个什么还没找全？
Let's see what you
It
find.
would take
newcomer.
tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
Voices.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
技能肯定是都是战斗技能，看到没有？都是战斗技能。技能都是战斗技能，就加点。知识、城市，这是应该收集方面的东西，是任务。最后一个，这个怎么弄呢？印第安纳琼斯是吗？绝对是盗墓。最后这一个没得选了啊。应该还有一个推理，但下个推理没法弄了，没东西了。啊，兄弟们，没东西了。冰冷的欢迎，他现在也没有提示，你知道吗，兄弟们？这游戏也没有提示，让我一脸懵逼，真的让我一脸懵逼。现在应该是完成了，完成了该去哪儿呢？
I still hear those voices.
I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here. 5 cards short of a full house.
你收集全部证据哦，这里还有一个，证据全了。
I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here. I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
然后侦探之眼能看什么？
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee. Choo choo.
哦，我明白了。然后从这里
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
逃离之后呢？哦，然后这样看他去哪儿来找到他，是不是？牛逼！
close.
我继续往这儿跑。这游戏解谜还可以，就是没提示，任何提示都没有。我从这儿往上爬。
Albert was wounded.
我操，什么玩意儿？
Albert was wounded. He managed to climb that high.
那不能从这儿上去吗？
He said he raised him strong.
我上不去啊，这些有怪啦。OK， 上去。他是不是就是边破案边出现一些幻觉？上来之后，这边基本上现在已经熟悉他这个套路了。其实我刚才我就觉得啊，兄弟们，刚才我就觉得他的东西不全，因为还剩一个金属，哎，又一个证据。沾血的4条，路易斯，求求你再给我1个礼拜的时间。我知道自己欠了你东西，但是大家的日子都不好过，我还没有足够的存货周转。但是请不要担心，我接了一桩大生意，很快就可以把欠你的还上了啊，就高利贷呗。我觉得有高利贷的，就是。
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have gotten far.
这边都是可以搜刮的。
The door won't budge. The door won't budge.
然后我们看一下道具啊。外套沾血的纸条 ，OK， 然后这里又有了，然后我们继续搞，是不是？OK， 还有最后一个应该，然后我们再追查，就相当于这是一个，我不知道大家有没有玩过那个地狱警探啊，和死人说话破案那个，我感觉和那个有点像啊。然后问题是再去哪？果然，我操！这个人已经死了。出来！我操，反复横跳！
One fatal round through the forehead.
果然，这一家人都是猩猩。
This was deliberate.
就是你边破案，你会遇到一些比较灵异的现象。思维电塔，事件簿找到了，被谋杀了。这样的话还有一个，兄弟们，咱们还有一个没弄好。肯定还没找完，相信我，还没找完。看一下没东西，咱们就得回去了。应该回去再找了。开始这儿走，没东西了应该。哦，还有楼上，应该还有楼上。把东西该拿的拿一下。是楼下的线索弄完了，还有楼上。但是楼上能出去吗？好吧，纹丝不动。我们下鸡巴溜达一下。这一圈也什么都没有，这是不是就要回去了？
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
然后告诉他你的儿子被杀了。
I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered.
哦，刚才那个小星星，是吧？刚才那个小星星。
It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
My condolences, Mr. Throgmorton. I had hoped for a happier outcome.
Your condolences will not bring him back. So much of our blood spilled for nothing. So much effort in vain. My poor Albert.
感谢齐少的20个礼盒，感谢齐少。
I want to look him in the eyes, make him beg for mercy.
Seems like he was a fisherman by the name of Lewis. He had a gun and pursued Albert after he fled the house.
Lewis it is, then. What do you know of him?
Turns out you were right. He's an Innsmouther.
Those filthy scum have done it now. When I'm through with them, they will rule.
鱼头人，这么说他们是猩猩头人。
Bring me that dirtbag, Lewis. He and I are due a reckoning. Do this for me, and I'll help you with anything you need.
然后呢？
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer.
I've said everything
and
I
keep
know.
your hands where I can see them.
Mr. Throgmorton, I've encountered something,
What? I don't have all day.
some unusual creatures, and they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but Fortunately, not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Bye.
Bye.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not? I gave you clear instructions.
Don't do
did I
anything
not?
stupid,
I've said
newcomer.
everything I
And
know.
keep-
已收集全部证据，已收集全部证据。哦，港口市场。
Your hands where I can see them.
现在应该没什么事了，我们就应该往里走，去那个市场看一眼。那个楼梯那上不去啊，他已经收集完了。我操，这酒馆他妈这水！
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Rock. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So?
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him once and for all. But save the shooting for outside, huh?
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. I've seen some unsettling creatures around. Like nothing I've ever encountered.
兄弟们，你们觉得这个游戏如何？
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
啊，兄弟们，你们觉得这个游戏如何？可以是吧？
Keep your gun handy.
我一开始我就猜到，一看他这个形式就和让我想起哪个游戏，你知道？让我想起了巫师3，
Better to be a coward
肯定80%剧情。
than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
Bye.
Hmm. 觉得这个地方下不去，是土地。弹簧电圈，这个游戏我跟你说不可能哒，手枪子弹就给你6发。上楼看一眼。
What the? Get the... Oh.
我操！他们这个酒馆。
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Ugh. That darn bartender. It was all that
果然是
crazy
鱼头人啊！
You hear me?
鱼头人、星头人，
I'll
有没有
speak for now.
头人
No, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the
兄弟们，有
floor
没有
faster than
头
you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to
是不是有没
hide.
有偷人？
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
其实啊，你们应该在公屏一起讨论一下剧情，明白吗？这个游戏越讨论越好玩，光看没意思，真的。
He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son.
你们猜一下这游戏？
He was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming.
会一直破案吗？有没有 BOSS？ 我猜猜。
Can't remember a thing.
What kind of... why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? Want to spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out I was right.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay.
之前看他的宣传片，
Blackwood Grand Family
真没想到是一个剧情类游
Others
戏，
were not
纯
as
剧情。
hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right. Those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
咱们说不说呢？这里兄弟们，你们觉得说还是不说？我觉得应该不要完全的答应他，我会考虑的。我觉得也应该说一些考虑啊。
I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
给我钱和子弹。 我觉得它肯定会有一个隐藏的人性值，信不信？会有一些人性值在里面。如果你相当于你和恶魔做交易啊，就是可能会和结局有关。我个人感觉的，因为克苏鲁的东西，它很多都是这种结局都很奇葩的东西啊。我觉得啊，不能成交，因为为什么呢？你这个东西你要成交，你打怪什么的是简单了，但是你的结局会很惨啊，不成交。
You think you're the first person to offer me a bribe?
Please, Mr. Reed.
Don't try my patience further, Mr. Flynn.
Please, I told you the truth, I swear. Please, I told you the truth, I swear.
不能因为这点东西，对不对？然后回去找那颗星星，